My name is Michael Ladden. I am currently traveling more than 220,000 miles around the world on board my 1994 Staunton Stevenson Overland Expedition rig and KTM adventure bike. This is my story. Guys, on my continuing series here of showing you the different overland rigs that you can go out and adventure and explore with. Today I'm here behind me with my friend Bert.
My name is Bert. I want to show you my rig. It's a 2015 Ford Transit high roof named Ernie, so Bert and Ernie. One of the unique features of Ernie was the fact that I really didn't want to build walls. You know, building walls, it creates a lot of weight and it lowers your gas mileage. So what I built, actually my mom built, was what I call my wall pillows.
Oh, that's cool.
Go into the, the frame of the Ford Transit. They're very light. They're insulated with insulate, and I just slap them on. Boom. So I got wall pillows here, in the back, around my window, and right here. I think that saved me about 200 pounds and about 4 miles of gas mileage. So I get currently between 14 and 15 miles in the Ford Transit, and that was my goal.
And you guys have heard me say it a million times, weight is the enemy. So that's a big deal.
Absolutely. And you can also see one of the hardest one we put was a wall pillow at the actual top here. And my mom put a map of the national parks. This is my kitchen and living room. You'll see my utensils are right here as followed. Basic as everyone sees. I just use a 1-burner butane propane stove for my cooking. Nothing fancy. At this breaks, I just get a new one. It's only $25 from Amazon. Just use your roll out. Finished right with all my stickers, all my friends I've met all on the journeys. It's been well worth it, and I built a cabinet specifically to work around this. So, water, as you see right here, I have two 12-gallon water with a great take storage. This will last me anywhere from almost a week and a half to 2 weeks. Food storage, it's pretty simple. Oh, gotta be a van lifer and have these. So thanks, Mike or Rattles for getting these for me. So. And you got my soups. I eat a lot of chicken, rice, and soups on the road. It's nice and simple and keeps everything clean. And my pots and pans are down there. My goal was kind of two things: low weight, and I wanted it modular. So everything you see in here from the cabinets can easily be removed. I want to make it nice and simple that I could easily go down to Home Depot, swap things out, and be on my way. I built everything in here except my mom built the wall pillow.
Right.
So I set a goal with myself for 4 months to do it, and I beat it. My main goals personally was to go up and down the coast surfing and go to Baja and actually do kite surfing. One of the reasons I got into van life is every year I go down to La Ventana, which is in Baja, which is a big kite surfing hub. And I was sitting there at a tea shop one day, and this beautiful, converted, I think it was a Winnebago Rebel showed up, and I asked for a tour, and I was hooked, instantly hooked. Automatically went home back to California and said, I have to do this. So I set a plan for myself. I developed an actual system engineering plan to how to build everything out. So when I finally got my van, I was ready to rock and roll. A little bit growing pains on how to use a skill saw and on all that stuff. I'm an aerospace engineer by trade. So it took me a little while to learn how to do that. But once I got the groove of it, the van came together very nicely. You'll see up here, it's very, this is where all the food storage goes. And the cabinets, I said, are nice and simple. Nothing fancy right out of Home Depot. So, and same with back here with all the food storage. I put all my clothes in travel bags, makes it nice and simple. So one of the things I actually did, one of the challenges I had was what I call battle of the rattle. I didn't want to drive down the road and have everything go squeak, 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 squeak. So I actually went ahead and tried to make a 1/8 gap between everything within the van. So between here, because surfaces that get together rub and cause noise. So you'll see everything here has a gap. For the most part, it's done a good job of defeating the battle of the rattle. The wood is from basically everything from Home Depot. Yep. And I wired it up pretty efficiently, and it's done me a good job. I have two 100 amp hour Battle-Born lithium-ion batteries with 350 watts of solar on roof. The power system is, as you see, it's below here.
Oh yeah.
So both of the batteries are under there. I got the main shut off here, along with my MMP, and I only utilize a 300 watt inverter just to really run the laptop, my monitor, and my new addition to my rig, which is my Starlink system. My girlfriend, I call it my girlfriend now because I can't live without it. Starlink has given me the opportunity to actually work on the road and not be stressed out about having internet connectivity. So when my boss, urgently calls or emails me and says he wants something, I'm able to respond in a timely manner. So I can be out here in the woods and he doesn't know it. So thank you, Elon Musk.
Where's your heater?
So the Webasto is under the seat here. It's part of my new desktop. You'll see it right here. I definitely like it, but it's absolutely probably one of the most pain in the butt things you'll ever have to install in a Ford Transit, because the room to actually install it is about that big, and you have to stick all your little fingers up there and tighten all the little bolts, and then you also have to drop your fuel tank so you can get into it and to tap it, which I was very scared to do. But the reality is once I only got about 2 gallons within the fuel tank, it actually was pretty easy to drop. So if anyone's going to do this, don't use that as a stressor point. The stressor point should be more like fitting your little fingers in and tightening it to the bottom of the van. It's my workspace where I'll work right here, enjoying the beautiful scenery right now of the Grand Tetons, and I'll use my laptop here. So this is actually a new addition. I found this little adapter here on Etsy. I think it was only $35, and once I found that, I can easily attach a Lagoon cable to it. And this is just a basic butcher block, a cutting board that I got from Amazon for I think $25. Yeah. This is my electronics wall. It's still kind of generic, but my future plans is actually make it more pretty, more advanced. So you'll go from my Bluetooth speaker, which I have right here, to my MiFi jetpack, which is a hotspot, to my dual zone lighting. Ooh, nice. I got a little fancy here. This is a Victron battery monitor, Max Air fan controller. I got my AC right here, and just plugs for my USB ports and my phone. This is the Webasto. Turns on my inverter on and off, and this is actually a onshore power turn. When I'm plugged in, I just turn this on and it'll charge it from onshore. Yeah. So it's a simple put together. It's kind of in a hodgepodge. I started with this one, then I added this, then I added this. So one day I actually want to redo this to make it more cleaner, more efficient, pretty.
You could tell he's like an engineer, huh? It's all organized.
Aerospace.
Look at, he's even got a list of things to do today.
Absolutely.
Including take a nap and look at the scenery.
Absolutely. The scenery is amazing around here. Like a lot of the vans, this is actually where my dining room table, my second office table, and so on and so forth. This is actually where I do work. My parents don't think I do work, but I actually do work and get paid on the road. So this is where that happens. I didn't put in a mattress. All I did was go onto Amazon and get 4 inches of foam and with a pillow top. So I made it very efficient by doing that, and actually very light, and it's been as comfortable as I had bought a $400 mattress. So, and it allowed me to cut it perfectly to the dimensions of the things. The garage was actually built around my 10-year-old mountain bike. I call it Blue Thunder. So it slides out on these tracks, so I can easily access it on and off. So on the left-hand side in the back here, I have my stand-up blow-up paddleboard, along with my hiking gear, a luggage with extra clothes and wetsuits for surfing, and right down here is where I put all my butane and propane in there, and chairs. This drawer is meant primarily for odds and ends like filters, hoses. You gotta have a battery monitor, so you definitely comes in, and jumper cables and a little bit more, and tools. So the top one has more of the supplies. Gotta have a buddy here just in case the backup here in the winter and your Webasto goes out. Another heater in case you're plugged in.
Electric.
And my shower, and everyone's got to have their actually.
Oh yeah.
There we go. One of the things I've gotten into with Harvest Host and their new, they allow you to stay at golf courses. I'll normally stay there, and I'll try to work on my golf game at the driving range. That's my WeBoost, my rollerblades, and my onshore power unit at the bottom, and an air pump.
All right, so we are back in Bert's van. Questions.
Okay.
What is the best thing about being on the road?
For me, it's just the freedom to kind of visit new places and meet new people and explore, and having the opportunity and that freedom, especially when you're actually still working. When you're
there goes the pillow. It's very windy up here. We're at like 8,400 feet.
8,400 feet.
Yeah, something like that. Up and overlooking the Tetons. Beautiful view. Favorite places that you've been?
So this is actually probably absolutely one of them. I actually love Lander, Wyoming. It's an amazing spot. This actually was a wedding cake delivery vehicle. So I knew the drivers weren't all going off-roading, and that was my biggest fear. If you got an Amazon or UPS van,
Right.
those drivers were beating the heck out
Throwing
of it.
boxes.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know with wedding cakes, I was okay.
You basically live in it half the year.
So half of the year. So maybe 20 days out of the month, I'll spend 10 days at my home, which is in Los Angeles, California. So the major plans from this year, after I finish my summer trip, probably in August, I will start prepping to go to Baja in January, and I'll probably be there between 3 to 4 months, surfing and trying to become a better kite surfer. And I need a lot of work.
You'll see a lot of us down there.
Absolutely.
What would you recommend to people that potentially are sitting at home watching this, that don't have a van yet or don't have a means of transport but want to get out there?
I think the best way to do it is just, regardless of the vehicle you have, just go out and start doing it. You might not have a van right now, but what that's going to teach you when you get out there is what you need and what you don't need. A lot of people think they need fancy bathrooms, more clothes than they have, and so on and so forth, but they really get out in the wilderness and say, hey, I don't need 15 pairs of shorts or swim trunks. You really only need one. So when you start the option of understanding what you need and you minimize it, you can design your van better around that package. You can put more stuff that you actually want into it. So
Yep,
that's my best advice.
I like that. People want to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
So if you want to get a hold of me, go to my website, SoCalVanLife.com, and enjoy the adventures of Bert and Ernie.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the truck and tree symbol to your right. Once again, thanks and hope to see you soon.